students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai Education Department. I am Mrs. Akshita Kale and today we will learn English. Come on students, let us begin our lesson. Today's subject is English of scholarship portion for standard 5th and the topic is functional grammar. That is, functional grammar means it is based on the relation between the structure of a language and the various functions that the language performs. Okay? Students, first we will take a quick recap of parts of speech. You know, there are 8 parts of speech, isn't it? They are nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, conjunctions and interjections. Isn't it? We will go through by 2 or 3 sentences about each of one. 8 parts of speech. Okay, first one, noun. A noun names a person, place, things or idea. You know that noun means name of a person, thing, place or idea, isn't it? Example, pen, house, book, teacher, students, daughter, thief, Mary and etc. Okay, this is about the noun. After that we will study about the pronoun. Pronouns, they replace the name of a person, place, thing or idea. In short, we can say that pronouns replace the nouns, isn't it? Example, this, that, he, she, it, we, they, him, her, etc. Okay, this is about noun, pronoun. Now we will go through verb. Verb means they show the action. Okay, action telling words are called as verb. For example, study, think, prepare, realize, believe, look, see, etc. Okay, verb means they show the action. Next one is adverb. Adverb is nothing but it describes the verb. Here we can read, an adverb tells how often, how, when, where. It can describe a verb, an adjective or an adverb. See examples, frequently, seldom, sometimes, early, soon, etc. Here one thing you have to remember, adverb, they describe the verb or an adjective or again an adverb. Okay. The next one is adjective. Adjective means here they describes a noun. Okay, or pronoun. For example, tall, thin, red balloon, beautiful butterfly, ugly person. Person is noun and ugly extra word that describes that person, that is adjective. Okay, sweet, handsome, etc. The verb that describes the noun is called as an adjective. Okay, and next one comes preposition. Means here a preposition is used before a noun or pronoun or gerund to show place, time, direction in a sentence. Means in short we can say preposition means it gives us the knowledge of position. Okay, here examples, at, in, on, from, above, below, under, across, etc. Okay, that is preposition. Next is conjunction. Conjunctions join words or groups of words in a sentence. Okay, if two sentences are there, then it joins the words that joins the sentence are called as conjunction. For example, so, until, and, or, because, yet, therefore, moreover, since, but, etc. Okay. Last one is interjection. Here, interjections express strong emotion and are often followed by an exclamation point. Hooray! A. Oops! Bravo! Well! Ah! All these are interjections. Means they express the strong emotion. Okay, this is all about 8 parts of speech. Come on students, now we will move to solve the questions. Okay. First question is identify the adjective in the sentence. See here, adjective. Adjective means the word which describes the noun, isn't it? Question is Mohan drew funny cartoons. Mohan drew funny cartoons, and here you have 4 options, that is funny, drew, Mohan, cartoons. Okay, and 4 options you have to select the proper option and you have to darken the circle, that number. Okay, come on, tell me which is the proper answer. Yes, you are right. The first one, funny cartoons. Funny is an extra word. It adds to the cartoons. Mohan drew cartoons. It's okay, but it is written that Mohan drew funny cartoons. Funny describes the noun, so that is an adjective, right? Next, fill in the correct pronoun. Here we have to select the correct pronoun from the given options. Dash are coming from Delhi tomorrow. 4 options are she, you, they, he. Yes, you have to darken the proper answer. What is the answer? Dash are coming from Delhi tomorrow. Means this is a plural sentence, correct? So what is the answer? You are right. They are. Answer is they. Third one. They are coming from Delhi tomorrow. Because are is used here. So they. This is a plural pronoun. Correct? Third one. Fill in the blank with correct alternative. They dash coming from Delhi tomorrow. 4 options are there. Were, is, will, are. Yes, you are right. The answer is 4th one. They are coming from Delhi tomorrow. Next one is identify the punctuation mark in the sentence. You can see there a punctuation mark. Oh father, I hear the sound of guns. 4 options are there. They are hyphen, exclamation mark, question mark, comma. Yes, you are right. Second one is the answer. You can see here the exclamation mark, isn't it? Oh father, here exclamation mark is there, so the answer is second one. Next, identify the verb in the given alternatives. 4 alternatives are given here. You have to find out the verb. Through, thunder, hear, wet. Yes, verb means action telling word. It shows the action. Okay. Come on, tell me which is the answer. Yes, you are right. Third, hear. Hearing is the action, correct? That is nothing but the verb here. Sixth one, fill in the blank with the suitable word. one gets dash in the rain. 4 alternatives are given here. Wet, dry, cold, fresh. One gets dash in the rain. Yes, you are right. First one is the answer. One gets wet in the rain. Select the singular word from the following. Students, you know that singular means one and plural means many, isn't it? Here 4 options are given. That is amoeba, radii, fungi, goose. We have to select the proper one which is singular from these. Okay. Now, can you guess? Students, here 4th one is the answer, that is goose. Goose is singular and the plural is geese. Okay, like that. Amoeba is a plural word and the singular is amoeba. That is nothing but a microorganism. Okay, next one is radii is a plural and radius is a singular. Okay, and third one is fungi is a plural word and fungus is a singular word. So the answer is 4th one. Okay. Identify the noun from the given sentence. You have to find out the noun. Jagan lost his pen on the way. Okay. Now see the options. You have to select one from the option. Okay. First one lost. Second pen. Third his. Fourth on. Which is the correct answer? Yes, you are right. Pen is the correct answer. Pen is a name of a thing, isn't it? You know that noun means a name of a person, name of a thing, name of a animal, isn't it? Here Jagan is also there and pen is also there. Two nouns are there in the sentence, but in the options only pen is there. Jagan is not there. So you have to select second one. Okay. Fill in the blank with suitable alternative. He dash very loudly. Okay. 4 options are there. Talking, are talking, talks, will talk. Come on, you have to use the proper verb. He means third person. Correct? Use that one. He dash very loudly. If you have doubt, put these words in the sentence and repeat in your mind. He talking very loudly. Not sound good. He are talking. No. He talks very loudly. He will talk very loudly. No. Which is the correct one? Third one. He talks very loudly. Okay? 10th one. Identify the verb from the given sentence. Again here, action word. Verb is asked. Okay? Jagan lost his pen on the way. Same sentence is here, but here we have to find out the verb. Options are lost, pen, his, on. Yes, you are right. First one is the answer. Lost, isn't it? Lost is the verb. Pen, it is noun, you know. His is the pronoun and on is the preposition, isn't it? So the answer is first one, lost. Students, now we will learn about homophones. Okay, homophones are the words that sound alike but are spelled differently. Means they have similar sound but the spelling is different. Okay, we will go through some of the questions and we will try to find out the solutions for these questions. Choose the word that sounds similar to the given word scent. Okay, here 4 options are there. Read these 4 options and guess the proper answer. First one is assent. Second, scent. Third, assent. Fourth, scant. Which is the correct option? Yes, second one, scent. We will darken the circle. Next, the word is peace. And the options are P-I-E-C, peace. Second, please. Third, peace. Fourth, pass. Come on, tell me which sounds similar to peace. Yes, you are right. First one. Correct? That sounds similar to the given word peace. We'll move to next one. Fair. F-A-I-R, fair. Okay, 4 options. First one, fear. Second, free. Third, fair. Fourth, fire. Yes, which is the correct option? Right, third one. That is fair, isn't it? Next, stairs. And the options are stress, stair, stairs, stairs. Meanings also different, spellings also different, but they sound similar. Correct. Fourth is the proper option. Right? Stairs. Next one. Some. How we read? Some. Okay. The first option is same. Second one, some. Third, seam. Fourth, Sam. Which is the correct answer? You are right. Second one, some. One more. Through. And 4 options are: first one, thorough. Second, through. Third, though. Fourth, true. Yes. Second is the correct answer. True. Now, students, we will move to compound words. Okay? We will solve some questions on compound words. In English, words, particularly adjectives and nouns, are combined into compound words in a variety of ways. Okay, we will go through some of the example. Compound words means there are 2 to 3 words, they combine together to make a new word. Example, see here, foot plus ball, it becomes football. You know the meaning of foot, you know the meaning of ball. Okay, but this football is different from these 2 words. This is a new word combined together of 2 words, correct? And it became a new word of different meaning. Like that, rain plus bow becomes rainbow with the new meaning. Butter plus fly. That makes butterfly with a new meaning. You know that butterfly, isn't it? You know butter. You know only fly. But the butterfly is a different meaning from these two basic words, isn't it? These are called as compound words. Okay, we will solve some questions and try to find out the solutions. Okay. Identify the correct compound word. Here 4 options are given, alternatives are given here. So we have to find out the correct one. See, first one, breakfast, braked fast, broke fast, break fast. Which is the correct one? Yes, you are right. The first one is the correct one. Here break plus fast gives breakfast. Okay. Means morning, whatever we have, that is a breakfast, isn't it? Question number 2. Pick out the correct compound word from those given below. You can see here 4 words are given. We have to find out the correct compound word. First one, sight, saw. Sight, seeing. See, sighting. Fourth one, sight, see. Which is the correct compound word? Yes, you are right. Second one is the correct compound word, sightseeing. Okay. Next one. 4 options are given again. You have to darken the correct option. See that. Sleeps walking. Slept walking. Sleep walking. Sleeping walking. A little confusing one, isn't it? But the right one is third one. Sleepwalking. Okay. Pick out the correct compound word from these given 4 words. Leaves line, leave line, living line, lifeline. Yes, you are right. The option 4th one is the correct one. Lifeline. Pick out the correct compound words from the given 4 alternatives. Students, a longer word is there. Mother-in-law and hyphen is, one hyphen is used here. Second one, mother hyphen in hyphen law. And in the third, mother-in-laws. Fourth one, mother-in-law. Which is the correct one? Students, here second one is the correct one. While writing mother-in-law, we use 2 hyphens. Okay, after mother, 1 hyphen, in, again hyphen, then law. Okay, this is also a compound word. Here 3 words we can see. Correct? Students, now we will go through some of the questions from the scholarship exam paper. Okay? Here question is, which of the following word cannot be added to hand to form a new word? 4 options are handbag, handcuff, hand help, handball. Yes, students, guess the correct one. Yes, the answer is third one, hand help. Here we don't use hand along with the help. We use handbag, okay, handcuff, handball, isn't it? So the third one is the wrong one. Next, choose the proper conjunction to combine the two sentences into a meaningful sentence. Student, here we can see two sentences. First one, the old man was tired. Correct? Second sentence is, he went to sleep. Here we have to combine these two sentences using a conjunction. The conjunctions given are, here four words are given. They are otherwise, or, therefore, but. Students, think properly and use a correct conjunction word in between these two sentences to make a one meaningful sentence. The old man was tired, therefore he went to sleep. Correct? So the third one is correct one. It gives us a proper meaning of the sentence. Next, which among the options is an abstract noun? Abstract means they express the feelings, thoughts, etc. Correct? Here the sentence is, after they celebrated victory of the team, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. The options are victory, Hitler, team, medal. From the four options, we can easily guess the proper answer. That is the abstract noun. Hitler is a noun, team is a noun, medal is a noun. Yes, dear students, you are right. Victory is the abstract noun. Right? Next, choose one of the following adjective to fill in the blanks. Adjective, okay, which describes the noun. And here, two fill in the blanks are there. Means same word we have to use here. Right? We will read. A small dictionary gives dash information and dash number of words than an encyclopedia does. Dictionary means you know, and encyclopedia means that we get on the net. Okay, the encyclopedia gives us more and more information. Unlimited information it gives. Now here, which word will come? Dictionary is smaller than encyclopedia. Okay, a small dictionary gives dash information and dash number of words than an encyclopedia. See here students, here encyclopedia and a small dictionary are compared. So here than word is there. See, it is compared. So than. Correct? Here means we have to use the comparative degree. You know that there are 3 degrees: positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree, isn't it? So here we have to use a comparative degree, and comparative degree they always have, most of the time they have ER at the end. So here the fourth is the right answer. A small dictionary gives lesser information and lesser number of words than an encyclopedia does. Got this, students? For 24th, in which of the sentences is the adverb used correctly? Now we are going for adverb. Adverb means they describe the verb or the adverb or the adjective, isn't it? Okay. Now we will read 4 sentences here. First one, he ran fastly to win the race. Second, he ran fast to win the race. See, here verb is ran, correct? So, you have to think properly about the adverb. Third one, he worked soonly to gain success. Here worked is the verb. He worked very hardly to gain success. Yes, students. Which you guess the right one? Here, second one is the right one. He ran fast to win the race. Okay. Yeah, last one. Pick out the proper preposition to complete the question. Here we have to find out the preposition. Now means position, correct? Can you tell anything dash the Milky Way? You know the Milky Way, correct? In the space it is there. Can you tell anything dash the Milky Way? The options are in, at, about, near. Yes. Can you tell anything about the Milky Way? Isn't it? Question mark is there. So the third one is the right answer. Got this? Whenever you think that it is confusing, then you put that words in that blanks and again you read that sentences. Can you tell anything in the Milky Way? It doesn't sound better. Can you tell anything at the Milky Way? No. Can you tell anything near the Milky Way? No, that's also wrong, correct? It doesn't sound good. So here, can you tell anything about the Milky Way? Yes, that is the right answer.
Thank you very much for being a part of this lesson. Please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon to get new updated videos.